Oh, yeah. So, yeah, that's where we're sitting. I will start another game again. But if that happens one more time, I'm done for the day. All right? Like, that's like the 5th time it's done that. It's like the 5th time. If it does that one more time, I'm done for the day. Because I will just be too pissed. So let's try this again, okay? So we finished the tutorial, and we're going to attempt a random game. I was going to do a huge one, but let's just do a small one. And find something that seems less islandy. So is there anything I should be looking for specifically in materials? Because I'm seeing a lot of percentages. I think Aquilian mentioned something about clay. So make sure I have clay deposits, whatever that means. Because I don't know what I'm looking for. But we seem to have mostly finished the basics of the tutorial. I think I've seen most of the buildings already. I have a pretty good idea of what I'm going to be trying to do, so... You'd make sure to get metal. Which one is metal? I don't know what those resources are, to be completely honest with you. It's like, icons mean nothing unless there's a key for said icons, right? Ore and coal? I will say what I said again. I don't know what those icons mean. None of those icons mean anything to me. Coal is middle top. Okay, so that's the 5%. And what's the one in the bottom left? Or is the other one? The one underneath coal or the other one? So I'm seeing little towns and shit. I'm sad because I really want to be like on a mountain, but I don't think I can be. The other one is Mithril or some shit? Okay. Music's pretty, though. But yeah, no, as far as Twitch booting me offline goes, though, I have like one more of those before I've had enough. And I'm just done for the day. Like, it's just, that shit's just supremely frustrating. So, apologies for the annoyances, but like, good lord. There's only so much I can do. This seems like a good spot. Lower fertility, but... How about here? Ooh. Bunch of everything. Highly fertile. Got a stream. I think we'll do that. Is that a quote from Waterworld? Really? You're giving me quotes from Waterworld game? All right, so this is a very dwarfy starting spot. I like this. I like this much. Let's plop our starter down there. And get to it. Lots of mountain. One more stream drop and we're done. Yeah. If the stream does one more drop, then yeah, we're done for the day. And I will pop back up on Diredor's stream. Hopefully that doesn't happen though. All right, so we are going to fell trees. Clear rock. And start building down here. Oh, get him, my pretties. The stream has dropped about 5 times so far today. Audio. And I'm beyond the end of my rope. If Twitch decides to boot me offline one more time, I am ending the stream. Because this has been a very frustrating attempt at streaming today. So hopefully Twitch has mercy and leaves us online, but otherwise I'm calling it after this if we crash one more time. But this is my first attempt at actually playing this game. Apparently I have more people right away. These people are vegetarians though, which is interesting. So we've already got up to 13 people. Yep, it fucking sucks. So engage the chat, help me keep chat moving, and you know, fingers crossed it doesn't happen again. Because it's frustrating. If all we do is harp on the fact that it sucks, it sucks. So, audio, do your job. Engage the chat. That's what mods are supposed to do, right? Diamond, I would appreciate it if you stopped talking. You're not helping. Grumbles. I mean, skinny dipping definitely seems to be an integral part of society. Just like hot tub streams are an integral part of Twitch. Like I said, Diamond, at this point, I would prefer if you just stopped telling me about every single small stream issue that you're having, because all you're doing is stressing me out. I don't want to know. Please just refresh, try and fix it, and just, if the whole stream isn't down, just move on. Exactly. Like, it's just stressing me out. What Petrified Meat said. It's stressing me out. Interesting. You get, like, new migrant requests frequently. You get new migrant requests very frequently. So I'm going to make this whole area down here forested once they finish clearing all this. Or farms once they finish clearing all this. Explain the game to you? It's a epic colony survival simulation game. Think like a RimWorld, but like a fuck you massive scale. More of a city builder than a colony builder. That's the game, from what we've seen in the tutorial. We finished the tutorial, basically. That's funny. I mean, maybe you were trying to break out from inside of the house more accurately than someone break into the house because you hit your head. I hope your head's okay. Also, dog sounds like dog needs pets. Very pretty day-night cycle, yeah, audio. Very pretty. Because, like, my plan for the day is I want to do this and Voxel Tycoon. Because Voxel Tycoon came out. It also has a weather cycle. But, not going to be able to do that if Twitch keeps booting me offline every 30 fucking minutes. That's good. Thank you for confirming that your head is all right. Looks like I got another worker request already, which I'm going to accept. I like the visuals of this game. I really, really, really do. I actually like the look of this more than Factorio because it's got more color than Factorio. Factorio is a very brown game. But then again, I just don't like Factorio, so maybe I'm not the person to ask about Factorio. All right, let's slow down time a bunch more. It's like, what's that sound? It's like, oh, it's them working. I just had it on higher speeds. All right, agriculture, vegetable farm. Oh, interesting. They automatically stop building on deep water. That's kind of cool. So shallow water they will try and build on, but deep water they won't. That's interesting. Only to figure out you trash them. Yep. I've certainly been there before when you're like looking for one specific item in game. Yeah, this is the in-game music. Everything's in-game. Looks like they go up there to nap. Which is kind of funny. Yeah, the music's lovely. That's something I keep talking about. They also skinny dip. Skinny dipping is a skill. Like, I kid you not. Like, if you select them, skinny dipping is a skill that they can get stats in. Also, this person seems to be better at skinny dipping than most other things. I like you, Hojo. Better at skinny dipping than farming. No shit. Most of us are, I would say. So yeah, that bit's very amusing. It can definitely be a skill. I mean, yeah, Finland in the winter, skinny dipping requires a chainsaw. Maybe a shovel. Can you rename the little guys? If you can, I can guarantee you that's not going to be something I'm going to be doing. I don't actually think you can, but yeah, if there is I think you can leave notes and you can favorite them, but I don't think you can rename them unless I'm like missing a thing. I don't like the way this UI is organized, but whatever. Well, I mean, how else are you going to get through the ice? Aquelian? Hojo, Hobo, coincidence? I think not. Hobo's not watching the stream right now, so it's definitely a coincidence. Although they are all currently hobos, because we have no housing right now. All right, so I think I'm going to make a few farms real quick. Let's make a grain farm. It's going to kind of fill up the beach with farms. Let's do a grain farm and a fruit farm, and we'll just kind of use this as like our test case of how much farming we need, because I have no idea. So I'm just going to assume a lot. Also, the majority of my population claim to be vegetarians, so it's these guys that are not. And then we're also going to need a storage building, which I'll put up here. Or maybe over here a little bit. Oh, we're in the first day of summer. Let's slow down time a little bit. Keep it chill. Okay, what's that mean? Oh, is it because I don't have the... Oh, is it because I have fruit? Maybe I just do not have vegetables. Like perhaps I don't have the seeds required or something. All right, well, experimenting. Something else I would like to try. Harvest wild edibles. Oh, okay, there we go. Whatever that means. What are these? Like little berry bushes, maybe? Oh, there we go. What? No. Okay, so if you zoom... That zoom is going to take a long time to get used to. Yeah, if you zoom out one, you don't see the little errors. But if you zoom in, you do. That's tricky. Who wanted to make it a nude household for a while? That sounds like time to move out from those roommates. I'm just gonna throw that out there. If you have roommates that are just like, yo, this is gonna be a nude household, it's time to move out. Just gonna throw that out there just as my personal take on that situation. Time to move out. Sure, but still time to move out. Doesn't matter how easy on the eyes are. That's going to get awkward. Unless you're like in like a open relationship situation where you're together with multiples of them, that's not going to work very long. And even if you are, there's still a high chance that that's not going to work very well. I don't know. I don't see that as sustainable. let's try building a warehouse. Stone walls. 2 doors. Crates. That's interesting. They doubled them up. Oh, hey, the error notification went away here. Maybe they harvested some vegetables. Fire was the only way to properly clean it. Yeah, it seems like TMI. How am I liking it? I would love it a lot more if my stream would stop randomly crashing, but so far it seems super chill. So far it seems super chill. I haven't seen too much of it though. I finished the tutorial, that's it. Yeah, I was having some weird technical difficulties today, but which is equaling me being very frustrated. But the game itself seems quite chill. I mean, we finished the basic tutorial thingy, which was like build 3 buildings, okay. And here's how you accept more people into your living space, which seems to be neat so far. You know, it's very macro looking from the outset. I have a feeling that's the way it's going to stay, so. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to live in a household like that. Wouldn't ever be able to do that. Thus the odd drag placement. So what you're saying is these aren't accessible? Or are all of these accessible? Because I can't tell if these are going to be accessible or not. It generally does, Tub Goats. They are now. So they weren't before. Okay, I'll just, whatever. I'll just back out of this screen. It wouldn't let you make a bad one? Huh. Okay. So that's fine then. You had me worried that I'd made a bad one. I was just kind of assuming that it would work, but based on the way the click and drag was working. This guy's real unhappy. It's probably partially to do with the fact that I have no housing. You know, probably partially to do with that. Yeah, no, you worded it like I did it badly. Or at least that's how I read it. I don't know if that's how you worded it, but that's certainly how I read it. That is certainly how I read it. Also, side note, I haven't had like technical difficulties like this on Twitch in about, I don't know, 6 months to a year. Like, it's been a long time since I've had any kind of technical difficulties. It's like, why did you pick today, Twitch? Why today? Maybe somebody left auto update on the servers and it's just like restarting the server computers. Anyway, how you been, Padinsky? It's good to see you, man. Hope you've been well. While we hang out while they build this building. It's probably way too big, frankly, but that's okay. I would rather not, Diamond. You're doing a really good job of just, like, consistently upsetting me today, Diamond. You're doing a real good job of that. I don't know, I doubt that's what you're doing intentionally, but, like, my God, you're doing the best job of just, like, digging up the best memories. Hey, remember, supremely stressful workday? No, I'd rather not, frankly. A few people quit and you're getting hammered while they're slowly hiring more and training new people. Yeah, that's how that goes, right? That's how that goes. I think we'll get this stock house done and then we'll make them, I think it's a dormitory? Well, it says, actually probably a janitor is the thing we should do next. Dormitory, yeah, that's what we need. Simple way of providing your subjects with a new place to sleep. It's not funny, Diamond. Be nice to streamer. You're not being very nice to streamer. Well, the janitor maintenances buildings, right? And according to the tutorial, every building requires maintenance. So we should build a janitor next. Now, that's probably what my neighbors are doing, Stone. Because, like, if I go out to the world map, wherever that was, which is this button. Like, if that's us, the Union of Camrad, I guess we're camrads. We have to dive into our camaraderie. There's, like, villages down here. I read that as feminists for whatever reason. There's, like, villages down there. Like, they're everywhere. Also, this map makes me think of Black and White. Or, like, Populous. There is a pretty obvious menu option there, and they seem to gray out when you don't have them. It's like furniture and whatever that is. We have it. No, it's not spelled that way. I mean, there's multiple A's in there. Here, I'll show you again. Camrad. K-A-M-E-R-A-A-D. Camrad. I guess there's probably a rolled R in there. Rolled R3. Oh, is it comrade in Dutch? Well, there you go. There you go. We're Dutch comrades, I guess. I'm sure there's a rolled R in there somewhere. One on the left is wood. I mean, okay. Well, I'm looking at all of these trees around. I'm sure that we won't have any trouble constructing that. I see plenty of trees and tons of wood. I am not concerned about being able to build buildings right now. That is the least of my concerns currently. I think we have plenty of this. I'm much more concerned about food, I'll be honest with you. And I don't think I'll know how much food I have until they're finished constructing this building. But it looks like they're going to finish the farm first, which is fine. One thing that always annoys me with games, especially after, like, with the number of ASCII games I play, is I hate it when games use tiny little inconscrutable icon as a resource indicator. It's like, just tell me what that thing is. Like, just put the word of what the thing is. Like, just write needs wood. Like, see, here, this is good, because it's like wood, and then shows the icon next to it, right? Like, that's good. But then when it just shows the icon, it's like, what? It's like, once you've played it for a bit, obviously you know it, but it's just not putting the writing in every piece of UI just makes learning games like this significantly more tedious. It's like I've actually straight up quit games because I was when I was playing Wayward, my issue with Wayward was every single resource in the game, in order to read what it was, you had to mouse over it and it would give you a drop down menu, right? But there was no space in the game where the resource was just written what the resource was. So literally everything you had to just select, highlight, and look at it. And it was so fucking tedious. It's like, it's not even worth learning this shit because it's so tedious just having to mouse over every single individual thing and squint at it with the tiny text and be like, what the fuck is this? Just give me a list with the names of the objects, please. It's so much easier. Instead of like this weird grid thing with whatever stick and a weird rock looking thing with a string attached to it equals. Apparently a hammer. Doesn't look like a hammer. But I don't know. It's fine. It's fine because most places like in this have like the description of what the materials are. All right. Well, apparently I don't have the stuff for this. I do, however, have the stuff for fruit farms. Which is good. Looks like they're planting my food supply, which probably is not ideal. Am I out of resource? I doubt. So someone needs to bring one more log into here and then we can construct this. So somebody bringing a log? I'm sure there's somebody doing the job somewhere. Is there like a priorities screen where I can like bump up something in the queue? Because I just kind of want this to get done. But like there's wood there. So clearly we have enough wood. Maybe it's because they're all over on this. Yeah, I mean, this game has a very chill vibe too. I like games with good vibes. Good calming vibes. There we go. Someone finally brought the last log into there. Trying to like internalize what their little priorities are. Because there's definitely like a hidden job queue somewhere. Somewhere going. Hats off though, like the individual little tiles are like very descriptive. It's really clear to see what's what. It's actually doing that better than something like Odd Realm. That was always my issue with Odd Realm, where it's just like, man, I have no idea what I'm supposed to be looking at here. What is that? Green dot? Oh, it's a melon. Got it. Okay, so they got to 70% constructed and then they just left. Guess this guy's in here just building boxes now. Look at this. Our fruit farm's getting going. Cool. Looks like an RPG board game tiles. I've never seen RPG board game tiles that look like this, but yeah, maybe if you overlaid a grid over the whole thing. Kind of wish I could like change the type of farm once it was constructed, because it doesn't look like I can do that. It's like it just stays on what it is, I guess. And like we were talking about earlier, the music's real nice too. All right, so next thing we're gonna do is a janitor, followed by living space. So infrastructure. It was infrastructure janitor, yeah. Okay, so you, I'm going to just automatically build walls around you. I'm going to say what I said to you earlier, Diamond. If you're trying to help, thank you. You're really not. Let's bring up streamer is stressed. Let's bring up extremely more stressful thing and talk about that, because that is a thing that you no longer need to worry about. That's not how stress works. Maybe that's how stress works for you. Unfortunately, that's not how stress works for me. So if you want to help, let's just talk about the game. Let's bring up interesting discussions related to the game or other things that are not stressful. Hey, streamer, remember other thing that was extremely stressful in the past? Here is that thing. You don't need to stress about that anymore. That's not how stress works, right? So if you're attempting to help, thank you. Please stop if that's what you're doing. If that's your method of helping, it's not helping, right? I really hate to do this to you, Diamond, and I feel bad, but I've told you to stop like 4 times now. So what I'm going to say, chat, is can we get a big round of beer? What did you have for lunch today? Let's talk about that. Or what did you have for lunch yesterday if you haven't eaten lunch today yet? Because I need someone to talk so that Diamond doesn't have to. It'd be nice if they added more hotkeys to the game. I think every game should be completely playable with nothing but hotkeys. Because frankly, if you need a mouse to play a game, that is like a weakening crutch. That is a deafening and destructive thing to all game playing. Slight exaggeration, but. And they fucking hated it because you didn't have the dwarves, yeah. Well, I mean, these are the dwarf guys, right? The Dondorians. I like it when things are not just called dwarves. It's nice. Lunch? No time for that today? Man, I wish I could live in a world where I could skip lunch. It makes me just want to die if I skip lunch. It's the worst feeling. It's hard to explain. I used to live in a life where I could do that, but... You can't say the name of your tea. Why, is it like an obscene word or something? It's weird. 2 is base speed, 1 is pause, 3 is go faster, and 4 is like ×3 speed. Just throwing me off. So you had chicken? Or are you going somewhere else with that? It's macaroons and a fried egg. Ooh, life is good. Could certainly do worse than macaroons and a fried egg. I don't know how this works. So... it's meat. We'll put meat in here. Oh, okay, so it's a balancing thing. Put meat, grain, apples, bread, I guess? I don't know. Kind of wish I could just run this on automatic. Mash and peas. Now I want to know what your food stuff is called. Now I just want to know what your food stuff is called. I feel like a well is probably important. A rudimentary way of washing now and again, where subjects do their dirty deeds in times of need. Let's build them this. I don't know how many beds or anything I'm going to need, so let's just go 15 by 10. Make a pretty big building. Can I rotate these? Looks like I can. And what's knickknacks? I don't know what knickknacks are, but beds seem important. So do knickknacks. I'll give you 2 things of knickknacks, whatever the heck a knickknack is. Oh, right. Okay, gotcha. I have a question. Why not simply find a better name for it instead of continuing to call it the thing that's a problem in other places? Wouldn't that be more considerate for your friends outside? All right, let's also go to agriculture and say fishery. So does fishery not automatically build a room around it? Could also queue up a hunter, because those seem pretty efficient for getting meat. Yeah, but like it doesn't matter if it's telling me to build it indoors and the room's not giving me indoors. So I'm gonna move over to the thing that I, you know how to build. Also, I'm aware. Thanks. In regards to the Q and E things. Let's get that worked on. How are we doing up here? Just need a little bit more boulders. We still have plenty of rocks. I guess it's just a matter of them doing it. Considering I got, what, 3 buildings right now that need to be constructed? I wish I could prioritize buildings, because I want them to finish that janitor one first, but, you know, now I got 3 buildings in the work light. I mean, it feels nothing like Factorio. If this felt even remotely like Factorio, I would have Alt F4'd and quit an hour ago. No, it doesn't feel even remotely like Factorio. It feels like a colony builder. It doesn't feel like RimWorld because you're not directly controlling the peoples, at least outside of combat. I know that there's like big formations and stuff in the combat. I don't know. It feels kind of city buildery. It's hard to really explain it. But it doesn't feel particularly RimWorldy because it hasn't made me want to tear my hair out yet, which is good. But yeah, no, I mean it's kind of a tricky thing to pinpoint, I would say, because like because there's no direct control, it doesn't feel very RimWorldy, and obviously it feels nothing like Factorio because you're not controlling a single dude running around. I have no idea. You figure that out, Diamond. I'm not the person to ask. Chat might know, but I mean, I think it's the one that you have the starting food for. I had fruit, and then they had trouble building these 2, but they seem to have started working on this one, which is the fruit farm. Investments are open though. I don't know. I build the farm that you have the food for. Although it looks like we're running out of foodstuffs, and I'm not entirely certain that they're actually like filling this with anything. Although maybe they did. Looks like I got 241 wood. I don't believe they put any fruit in the warehouse. I do have eggs in the warehouse though. Yeah, that's kind of what it seems like. I mean, that's how I got a few seeds for that. But it's not. I kind of just want to do the remove all resources thing. Yeah, it certainly seems to be like a harvest wild vegetables, which are just kind of out and about to get seeds. Kind of a Dwarf Fortress-y feel to it in that regard. Let's bring in 2 more helping hands. Am I supposed to be assigning specific jobs to anybody anywhere? Because I haven't seen that. Because it kind of just seems like they're just doing jobs as they feel like it. Which I'm totally fine with, assuming there isn't like a screen where I should be doing that manually. And the foodstuff predates the American in origin bad term? Sure, but there's a lot more people in America than there is in the foodstuff place where you live, right? So wouldn't it just be easier for you to describe it as something that is not an offensive term? That's what I would do. I mean, if I had something that, like, well, think about it this way, right? Esso used to be a massive brand of gas stations. Esso is a swear word in something like 30 languages. So they changed their name to Exxon internationally to fix that issue. So when speaking with people internationally, wouldn't it be easier to just simply say Exxon rather than Esso? Versus, wouldn't it just be easier to say beans and mash rather than having to go through this entire explanation of, I can't say that word, and then you have people asking questions. So wouldn't it just be easier to say beans and mash when speaking in public? Wouldn't that just be easier? I already figured that out, Diamond. Yep, way ahead of you. You would assume there's no job management. I mean, like, there might be. I don't know, which is why I was asking. But if there isn't a job management screen I should be looking out for, that's even better. Fuck job management screens, man. Hate it when games make me do that, which is one of the reasons why I keep sweating whenever people are just like, add that to Dwarf Fort. I'm like, no! In the building menu. What building menu? I mean, like... wait, do you mean like clicking on this and like assigning these jobs? That's not what I'm talking about. Should I be clicking on individual people and telling this person to go do a job? Or if it's just based off the buildings, then yes, I've already found that menu. But I'm wondering if there's like a grid job menu or something that I should be looking at. Yeah, it's very pretty looking. Although it's a little bit oversaturated to the point where I think it might get hard on my eyes after a while. But there is like a this night brightness option, which probably will fix my issue. If it starts to get hard on the eyes, I don't know if it will. It'll probably be fine, but if it turns out to not be, then we'll deal with that when we get there. I wish that was not such a sudden save menu, though. I wish there was like a transition or like, I wish it was down here because that always startles me. I always think the game crashed. Every time. Okay. Well, I mean, that seems to be ideal. Gamma. I do like once the farm is completed, they like dig it up and like it becomes a little bit more visually clear what it is. Also, I'm seeing I'm seeing things popping up in here. Neat. Apparently I have shiz tons of wood. I don't know what that icon means. Might need to rebuild this building. Furniture is used in construction stuff. Reconstruct. What are we missing? Guess I just need to wait for them to build it. I'm just going to assume that that's the case. Just let them power through this and see if they go work on that next. Looks like it, yeah, okay. Maybe they do furniture last. I have no idea. Someone in chat might know, though, in regards to the game's optimization. Currently, it feels well optimized. Although I will say there's some major screen tearing, at least on my monitor, when I move the camera. Which I didn't notice yesterday when I was playing in full screen. But when I set it to borderless windowed mode, it got pretty intense. So there is quite a bit of screen tearing. But that seems like one of those more, probably a streamer problem, less of a normal person problem situation. Naturally, you'd have to build walls before you put a roof up. That might actually make me like it less. I'm not a huge fan of big old production chains. It depends on how in-depth they get. If they're like, if we're talking like Factorio style production chains, I won't like this game. I think I'm out of stone. All right, let's clear rock. Because I don't like super complex production chains. I find them frustrating. Ooh, this is a nice screen. But yeah, no, if it's just like, you need this workshop to do this thing and then this workshop to do this thing, then that's fine. But if it's like, you need 18 different shops to do one thing, fuck that. I'm out. I am out. There's some mods for DF that make DF kind of like that, and it's like absolutely insufferable as far as I'm concerned. I'm totally fine with like, you know, smaller things, but I don't have any grains, so like I can't actually do anything here. I've never actually played a Settlers game. True story. I'm not sure what you're referencing, Diamond. That's actually not totally true. I have played a Settlers game. I played Settlers 7, which, from what I've read, is like referred to as the worst Settlers game. So when people say, have you played a Settlers game? I generally just say no. There is full on a combat menu. And it's, hold on. Just give me a second here. Let me just show you the screenshots. Because I can't show you easily from here. But let me just show you. This is the Steam page, right? This is the trailer. So, to give you an idea of the combat and the scale of this fucking thing, that's the combat. I have no idea how it works, but that's the combat. So yes, there is combat. There is big combat, in fact. It's easier to just show you that than, like, answering your question. It's like, yes, there's combat. Do I know how to get to it? No. Do I know how it works? No. But is there combat? Yes. And I only played it for about an hour at a friend's house once, so it's not even like I really played much of Settlers 7. I'm very curious to try the Settlers Remastered thing, though, whenever that actually comes out. Because they're doing that Settlers Collection, as far as I know. Also, now I'm in the wrong UI. There we go. That is something I would like to try. Still think I like it at this speed the most, though. It's slow, but... This is the speed that I like playing this. What's up? Not much. Just trying this game out. This is the Patreon voted game, so once a month, my patrons get to pick a game that I get into over the next month, and this was their selection out of the 3 choices that they had. And so we're giving this game, we're just giving this game a fair shake. And hopefully technical difficulties stop, because we've had a lot of technical difficulties today. Not much strategy, seem to almost have random outcomes. I mean, like, I have no idea how the combat works, but there is combat. And it looks cool, I'll say that. But also this game, you know, early access, this game's been in. You got a bad feeling you're liking this game? I mean, I'm getting that good feeling that I'm liking this game. Why is it a bad feeling that you're liking this game? I like the multiple races. That part's cool. Multiple races with pretty specific needs. And also, check out this big old mountain over here. We're gonna have to get some dwarfs in here at some point. Like, holy shit, this is a big map. Like, I keep blinking at the scale of this game because there's so much. As if anybody's legally allowed to have a social life during a pandemic, Loop-Doo. Well, I mean, you also have DF, right? Okay, fine. I'll bring in this person. Why do you keep blinking at me? I don't know why you're blinking. Maybe it's because you're getting happier? I don't know. I mean, streaming is literally the only communication I do with the outside world. Quite literally. I talk to you guys and my parents. That's it. I think at some point this week I'm going to put up a video on YouTube about my mental state. Not really an apology, but just kind of talking about mental health shit, because good God. There are some days. Yeah, I really wish I could just, like, convert the farm types. What's this? Cotton? Is there any grains anywhere? Lots of cotton and fruit down there. There's wild grain. Okay, so I could go down here and say harvest wild edibles. Do that. Speed time up, and hopefully they'll go and get that. And also, to anybody who wants to try this game out, this game does have a free demo. So if you would like, you can totally go try this game out. We're still building our dormitory. Is anybody working here? There is 2 employees there. That's good. Save. Well, looks like they are planting more vegetables. Yeah, I think this guy's getting happier because I now have a meat source, because these guys are not vegetarians. Maybe it's like planting season for the fields, because suddenly they're like sowing all of the seeds. That's interesting. What time of year are we in? Spring. Oh, really? I'm in the 2nd year. Somehow we powered through winter. What's the exclamation part button? What button? Where? I don't see an exclamation point button. I'm not sure, because I don't know what button you're talking about. Yeah, I have no idea what button you're talking about, Diamond. I'm looking for it, but I don't see it. Yeah, I think these guys are blinking because he's getting happier. Because I only have one dwarf guy here. I'm going to bring in another one of these people. I don't know. Like, you keep asking me these like oddly specific questions, and I wish I had an answer for you, but I do not, my dude. I do not have an answer for you. You gotta remember, I'm just as new at this as you are. So do I need to make the furniture separately? I think I might need to make the furniture separately. Dormitories are places where people can go and rest. Personnel are employed here to conduct maintenance. Is there furniture? Builder outpost, you put down, it can employ builders to perform jobs such as construction, clearing, tunneling. They prioritize jobs closest to them. Okay. Looks like I now have 2 dwarfy guys. Does anybody know, like, will they just construct the... Yeah, okay, it looks like they'll just construct this stuff. They're bringing in wood now. Maybe I need more wood. Nope, definitely do not need more wood. I do, however, need more rock, though. Yeah, to anybody who's played this, anything I should build next? I'm open to suggestions here. Because then I can tell and answer Diamond's question. Okay, so there's just like a bunch of dead shit down here. I'm not sure why there's dead animals everywhere. Workshop to build furniture. That answers my question. Carpenter. Well, it's like, because in these rooms, they just built the furniture needed, right? Here, now, they don't seem to be. You know what I mean? So, like, they were doing that, or it seemed like they were doing that, and now suddenly it seems like they're not doing that. Which is a little bit kind of like, oh, mixed information here. Yeah, I assume so. But I thought that they were butchering them. I guess they're not butchering all of them, which is, again, not very clear. Stating the obvious isn't always helpful. Sometimes it can be, but like I assumed that it's coming from the hunters. That's not what I wanted to do. They're pretty lazy? Well, how do I make them less lazy, damn it? It's kind of cool that you can just like back out of all of these. So one of these is efficiency 300%. Guess I only need one. Yeah, it looks like they're already building furniture in there. Like, I don't think that's an issue. I mean, maybe it is, but at least not yet. They're still building stuff in there. Maybe flooring? I don't know. Although overall, this game doesn't seem too tricky. It's kind of a matter of fiddling with things. Makes me think I need like a bigger butcher shop or something. Or more employees at the hunter shop. Because that doesn't seem ideal. Just going to throw that out there. I wish that would stop blinking. I realize they're getting happier, but I wish it would stop blinking. Maybe just make the background green. When things are blinking, it's like I feel like I need to be clicking on stuff. Well, looks like we have a massive amount of meat regardless. We're very short on vegetables. I did tell them to go harvest a bunch of food, but they seem to have, like, not done that. Because I asked them to go harvest that stuff so that we could have grains. Yes, I know tugboats. We've done that, talked about it, and multiple times. Yes, we've definitely discussed that. But thank you for reminding us. Because the game's not exactly being clear whether or not I need to make things like beds and doors separately, but I guess I do. Which is fine. It's just a matter of whether or not... Well, once I figure out how to do that, then I can do it. What's up, Super? Kind of wish that there was still sound effects. Like, I like the sound effects from the slow speed. Little hammering sounds. I like that ambient noise. On the center left, the last two ones. Toggle repair, activate job, suspend job, room copier. Oh, that's useful. Delete jobs, remove jobs. I don't see... Oh, there you go. So you can plan stuff, which I'll literally never use. So I guess it's like you're supposed to plan stuff and then activate it when they're relevant. I will literally never use a planning tool. Doesn't matter how many you give me. I will literally never use it. Mm-hmm. Sure. But I also wasn't asking questions about that, so. You'll get the bop on the nose for redundancy if you just offer advice unprompted, right? Which is fine. You can do that, but just, I'll be like, yeah, I know. It's all good. It's like I was asking a question, but not about that. Man, I wish that would stop blinking. It's a hotspot that can be easily navigated with a single... What's a hotspot? There's Wi-Fi hotspots in this game? Hey, Thugless. Never heard of this game, it looks like. It's been in development for a while. It was a free demo on itch ages ago. It's very much a macro management game that gets very large scale very quickly. To give you an idea on how big this map is, start in the top right and go down to the bottom right. Maps are very big. So there's that, right? But more than just that, there's also this. This is us right here. And this is the small map. So there's a lot here, scale-wise. There's a demo on Steam if you want to try it. But as Diamond was saying earlier, it's bad for his wallet. Yeah, I mean, like, actual mechanics-wise, like, it seems pretty light. Like, yeah, there's a lot of, like, skills and stuff here, but I don't know how much of this stuff you're actually going to be staring at. Like, this doesn't seem much of a story generator like DF. It seems much more like a, kind of like a micro-optional city builder is kind of what it feels like. And so there's, like, big combat stuff, which doesn't look like you have that much control over the combat, but, like, it's really a... Oh, and like you start off with like 10 people, and then before you know it, you have 1,000 kind of deal. I mean, there's dwarves, there's these weird like mythical giant people, and then there's what seem to be like their human equivalent. You can canal, yeah, you can canal, you can reroute water, you can fill in water. Like, I don't know. This kind of seems to me like... I know that this might sound weird to say, but this kind of feels like what I wanted from RimWorld. That RimWorld never actually gave me. But we'll see. I need to play more. I do kind of like how certain people are like, require certain types of food. I'm going to build another farm, actually. Actually, do I? No, we're still clearing rock. We also need... yeah, I'll just queue up more rock. Clear more rock. Eventually I'll have to start just, like, cutting back into the mountain. No, totally. Like, that definitely seems like the game. Remind you of Age of Empires? That's a new one. I mean, maybe if Age of Empires was perfectly top-down. Age of Empires was always more of a on an angle. It reminds me of, like, Black and White, honestly. Is the game that I keep going back to. Like, I could kind of see, like, the similar number of pixels to Age of Empires. The color? Yeah, I guess the color palette's kind of similar. That's one of the furthest stretches, though, from, like, what I would associate with this. Although it keeps throwing me off that, like, the zoom is so jagged. But, yeah, no, I played through most of the tutorial. Yeah, like, you can dig canals, you can remove water. Digging canals is interesting, because then you can, like, make moats and stuff. Eatery. Eatery will use pots and raw foods to create tasty meals, and subjects will get a chance to pick what they want and thus improve food preference. Build eateries close to a warehouse with food for it, and will work well. I kind of want to make an eatery, or try and make an eatery. And try and make an eatery, even though I believe it's probably something I don't need yet, but do like this, then like this. I'm surprised Evil Trick hasn't played this, or if he has, I haven't seen him. Because this feels like an Evil Trick game. Oh, also you can put some food storage? Oh, that's cool. Do I need to put, like, tables or anything in here? Looks like we are harvesting our vegetables. Still have fruit left. Looks like they're almost done working on the carpenter construction stuff. But yeah, no, game's very cozy so far. Very cozy. Little bit finicky in the UX, but it's just kind of par for the course for this type of game. Par for the course there. I will be honest when I say that I enjoy this game the most, though, on slow speed. But I have a feeling that chat will just get annoyed with me if I leave it on slow speed. Because I'd prefer to just leave it on slow and be very careful about who's doing what, and then just chit-chat. Speaking of chit-chat, has anybody played Voxel Tycoon yet? Because that went into early access today. I'm curious if anybody's had the chance to try it yet. I know like half of my team is playing it, so. Yeah, I guess I'm just surprised that there aren't more people playing this right now. Kind of surprised that there isn't more people playing this. From what I've seen. Like, I remember when this game came out, and it kind of came out to, not lackluster, but just kind of a, oh, that's out, okay. Yeah, because I'm in the credits for Voxel Tycoon. So that's something I was kind of assuming the technical difficulties don't come back. I'm planning on streaming right up until Dire starts, which is, well, it's 1 p.m. right now. 1:20 p.m. here. 1:25 almost. Dire starts at 8. So I was kind of planning on just streaming right into Dire and then hosting him. You don't mess around with early access? I don't know. Here's the thing, right? I'm totally fine with early access for certain styles of games with developers that I trust, right? Then there are some styles of games where I don't want anything to do with early access. Like, I have no desire to play any of the New Blood games in early access because it's all like, oh, well, why in the world would I care about a New Blood game in early access? It's like, I want to play a finished shooter. I don't want to play an finished FPS. I think I'm going to make another storage. Textile, tailor, grain, bakery. Charcoaler, metal smelter, weaver. Ore mine, a clay pit. It's like, did I finish this? Is there anybody working here? There's 2 people working here. There is Proteus. Yeah, Proteus is kind of an exception, though. But then again, Proteus launched with a 4-hour campaign. But, and also a level editor. But yeah, it for me, it very much depends on the style of game. Oh, I remember Empires of the Undergrowth, yeah. And do you think the developer just stopped? No, totally. I mean, definitely. Like, there's definitely, like, reasons to avoid early access games. But, I mean, something like Jupiter Hell, for example, where the developer is like, yeah, no, he's going to finish that game. There's no way in hell he's not going to finish that game. He'll kill himself to finish that game. But like I said, that kind of comes back to the developer that you trust, right? So, supposedly, stone roads speed things up dramatically. I'd like to see that in action. Yeah, I remember Empires of the Undergrowth. Not a game I'm particularly interested in, but remember that game coming out. Or being, rather, a thing that started. But yeah, no, for me, it depends on style of game and the developer. You know, like traditional roguelikes, I'll play an early access traditional roguelike because no traditional roguelike is ever going to be finished. Truly finished, anyway. A game like this, I'm totally fine with playing in early access because, again, it probably will never truly be finished. Like a game that I would love to play, which I actually really would like to play with community members at some point in the future, is Ymir. Y-M-I-R. It's on Steam. It's like $40, but it's primarily a multiplayer game. It's in early access. Will probably never be fully finished, and that's fine. But because of that, because of it being in early access and probably never being fully finished, it's a very difficult game to... Oh, there's skinny dipping. Skinny dipping is a skill. It's quite... I'm not joking. Skinny dipping. This is 0.8 at skinny dipping. But anyway, I wouldn't recommend Ymir. I would like to play Ymir. But in order to play Ymir, I'd need to convince like 50 people to buy it. So, actually playing Ymir is challenging. So I'm not going to say that that's a recommendation. It's just a game that I would like to play. Because it's primarily a multiplayer game, which makes things very difficult, right? I really like the music, though. Music in this is gorgeous. It feels like there's a lot more to the music than I normally hear in this type of game. This guy's slowly getting happier. These guys were really unhappy until I built the hunter shop. And now they seem to be happy again. Now that they have access to meats. Yeah, I think I need more storage. Well, although I can store way more fruit there. Why are they not? Maybe I need haulers because there's like a hauler building. Or you know what I should try doing? I should try just building a big fucking building. And then maybe making it a hauler / warehouse. Because you can just build buildings and then put smaller buildings into them. So what I'm going to do, actually, is I'm over here, I'm going to make a big-ass building. And make it after these roads are all done and everything. And that's done. And once this has actually been planted. I'm going to make a big building and designate it as a hauler / warehouse. Because these things are still getting worked on. That's getting worked on. That's getting worked on. This is getting worked on. All this is getting worked on. You see dead bodies in the water? Are you sure that they're not dead? Oh, you guys want to see my favorite feature about this game so far? In the options menu, there's a blood and gore slider. You can go from clean all the way up to bloodfest, which is thumbs up. Always give me a blood and gore slider. Always give me a blood and gore slider. Just like if there's swearing in a video game, you need a swear word slider. Swear word sliders and blood and gore sliders, both very important. I want things to explode into violent explosions of splat when I kill things. So if you could just give me more blood, that's thumbs up. And some people, some people want their games to be clean. With, everything being kept in a clean room. This person's been in the water for a while. Are you okay down there? Yeah, you are. Particles, bring it. I mean, obviously, bring it. I mean, come on. This is why ray tracing exists, right? Bring it. Particles, yes. Explosions, yes. Blood, yes. Although the problem is once you have a blood slider, then you need a kid-friendly option for the blood slider where they just explode into candy and popcorn. It's the natural evolution, one could say. Oh, hey, I can have 3 more peoples. So once it seems to be like once they're high happiness, then more people ask to join from that species. And I'm assuming that's kind of exponential. These guys are almost at 100% happiness, which is good. So now I have this. So, okay, so now that I have the workshop, it appears that they are building furniture for this now. So are they just going to build furniture? No storage for produced furniture. Well, that's because I need that big building that I was talking about. So yeah, now it looks like they're just going to produce furniture, which is cool. I wonder if I could put storage into that building. Let's see. Infrastructure warehouse. Could I just put a crate in here? That's annoying. Kind of wish I could just put a crate in there. Oh well. The dream was dashed. And just like that. What time of year are we in? Second year, autumn. Slaver. I read that as server, and I was like, this is the online-only game? What? A slaver has arrived and is offering you his goods. What would you like? Would you like to make a purchase? I am offended by how cheap my people are. Wait, hold on. Oh, okay. So that's their cost. Okay, I thought that was his supply. I was like, so you're telling me I can buy 2.1 million people? Well, I don't think I have money, so. No? I don't know what my money is. Oh boy. That's gonna be a fun UI to learn. I don't believe I need slaves right now. It seems like my people are doing just fine. Especially considering I'm getting a couple people for free every month. I have a feeling that these guys, these Cantors, these mythical giant people are probably way more efficient. Or maybe just like way more better at combat or something. I don't know. Hence why they'd be so expensive. They seem to prioritize the roads too, which is cool. I'm a big fan of that. Also, is there any like outdoor warehouses, or is it primarily just the indoor ones? Because it would be really nice to just be able to like store stone outside, like in a stockpile instead of specifically in a warehouse. Let's just get this done and then we'll build off of this. Also, I'm going to knock on wood here. Chat, I need everybody to knock on wood because it's been like a good while since the last time the stream decided to bop offline, so thumbs up to that. Thumbs up to that. So this is storing wood, I think. Yeah, let's stop storing wood in there. And instead, store more fruit. I mentioned it? I mean, I said knock on wood. I want you guys to knock on wood. Sorry, I'm trying to make conversation here, Aqua, and we're getting a little quiet again. Remember the discussions we had yesterday? The very long ones. The very in-depth, long discussions we had yesterday. So we're still working on those. Help streamer make conversation. It's the best thing you can do. Due to meetings? Ah, that's all good. That's all good. Basically, chat, yesterday we had long discussions about how the nicest and best thing you can do for any channel on Twitch, as far as supporting a streamer goes, is literally just helping make conversation. So any way that you can help us make conversation is good. I wish I knew what those icons are. Like, if I could click on this, it's like, tell me what we need. What is the thing that we need here? Why do I have 0 of that? And what is that? And how do I make that? Can I put more employees into the carpenter? I don't think I can. Also, in other news, why haven't they gone and like harvested those surface plants that I designated over here? Did they all die or something? It appears that they have all died. Nope, they haven't, because they're right there. Oh, must be ripe, summer and autumn. I have a feeling at some point all of my people are just gonna die. This looks like a new game. That there it is, B. How's things, Ryan? We're gonna play 2 neat games today, ideally, assuming the technical difficulties go away. We will be playing 2 games today. I'm gonna try and do this in Voxel Tycoon. This has a demo if you'd like to try it, Ryan. It's up on Steam. It's very much a macro colony simulator. Knock on all of the wood. Knock over the wood, in fact. If you have wood, knock it. I'm assuming that's more furniture. This goes back to my complaint from earlier about tiny little itty-bitty baby objects. What did that icon mean? I don't know. I can't fucking see it. Pottery. Okay, so we need pottery in here. So I guess I need a clay pit and a potter, I'm assuming? Workshop that makes pottery from clay. All right, well. Let's just get this done first. Not much time for other games. Well, that's on you, not me, man. Do you research tech? I don't know. Maybe. It kind of seems that way, because there's some things that are like, this room is unavailable and must be unlocked by technology services number 1. Knowledge service. I don't know how to do that, but probably. There is a distillery. I'm very offended by the fact that I have to unlock booze. If there is a tech tree, I haven't found it yet. If there's a tech tree, I haven't found it yet. So that, I guess, is where I'm going to leave that statement. Is if there is one, I haven't found it yet. Build around a new set. But I need you, Ryan, in my chat, hanging out, yelling at people. That's what I need. I know exactly, right? I'm your people too, I think. It'd be really nice to just have like a quick screen where I could just glance at how much food I was producing versus how much food people need right now. All right, well, here's the thing that we're gonna do. Stone building. Pause game. P. So this is building an enclosed room, I think. Wondering if I can connect these rooms together once they're built. That's something I'd like to see. I'm gonna cancel that. That's not what I want you to do. Last I checked, this isn't very cutty, but hi, Spears. But you need a library to produce research points? That's kind of what I assumed, is there's some building that I need to do stuff with, but... Yeah, it's because the stream went offline a couple of times, Spears. But yes, since the stream last went offline, you are definitely first. This is something I do need. I need a clay pit. I don't know how big I should make this. Auxiliaries. I don't know what I need here. So I'll just do that. Must be built partially on clay deposits. Okay, well, what's a clay deposit? Bum, 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 bum. So apparently I need clay. Well, it's a matter of finding where the fuck clay is. Music's good, man. Yeah, I was going to say library is not... beer should not be locked. Beer should be early mandated and considered to be a human right. Or a species right. Whatever we are. Where the fuck is clay? Chad, how do I find clay? That clay? What this? I don't know what this... That's a stone pit, I think. Well, that's a medium tree. That's a coal deposit? It's wild fruit. How about we do this? This is not a very all-encompassing wiki, I'll say that. Yeah, no, it's like not very helpful at all, actually. Also, pressing escape should not pause the game. It should back me out of whatever menu I'm in. Well, I mean, why don't I just end my stream and go play Caves of Cud then? Seriously, though, how the hell do I find clay? I'm just trying to figure out how to find clay, man. There's rock everywhere. Yeah, the green boxes seem to be showing resources, but like it's not exactly clear what resources they are. It's like I can click them and it just zooms in. It's like it does just what where is clay? Is that clay? Wild cotton, apparently. What? Like I there's a rock there. How the fuck do I find clay? Well, there's grain, which is useful. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's clay? Is that clay? There's clay. Okay, so red deposits, maybe. So I can make a little clay pit here. I don't even know if they can get to this little island. Let's dig out to there. Go make us some clay. Maybe have a long road running down there. What did that say? Something about a turd and washing it? Kind of wish that the that the save screens were slower so that... Man, they fill those in fast. Holy shit. I wonder if the water is going to flow and then flood. Saw something about a turd that won't flush. What the hell? Their skinny dipping hangout spot. All right. Where is it? Clay pit. That's what I'm looking for. Storage. Expand the walls. Storage. Rotate you. So now we build clay pit. Let's see how this goes. Also, investments are open if you want to invest your tickets, chat. Where we pit clay so that it fights to the death? Yeah. What do I need for this? Metal from the looks of things? I'm assuming that that little icon means metal. Metal. All right. Well, now I need metal. Where the fuck do I find metal? It's stone. Chat, we need to call Scandinavia to get us some metal. That's ore. Man. I really wish that they'd give me some sort of a build order. Make this much easier. Like if there was a build order down here, that would be nice, but there really isn't. Yes, you get metal from ore, but the nearest ore deposit is, because I didn't realize I needed ore for that, but the nearest ore deposit that I'm aware of is all the way back here. Oh no, that's stone. Up here? Yes. So that's not exactly easily accessible. I'm aware I require ore to get metal, but that's a bit of an annoyance, I'll say. No. No, you don't diggy hole. We don't diggy holes here. We strike the earth like adults do. Don't you suggest such childish antics here. Could do a little trading to get required metal. No idea how that works. So I will do the thing that I know how to do, which is click the button. Rip sub diamond. It's no longer comfy. Well, that takes 10,000 years. All right, well, what can I do in the meantime? What can I do in the meantime? I'm gonna build a bigger carpenter shop. That's what I think I'm gonna do in the meantime. Let's move you up by 2 more. There we go. Get that done. That'll get you guys unidling. R.I.P. Diamond. We're going to strike the earth and aim for ore. I still feel like I should be building doors. I don't actually see particularly convincing doors. It just kind of looks like open hallways, which I'm not super fond of, I'll be honest. It seems like assuming you have somebody assigned to the job and it says that there's employees there, it just, I assume it's working. I don't know outside of that. I assume it's working. I don't know outside of that assumption. Man, I really wish that deleting stuff didn't require opening up a whole tool for it. Kind of wish I could just like right-click on them once I've constructed them and they'll just go away. But opening a tool is fine. Are you playing the demo? Maybe it's an older version. Make sure you're not in the battle UI and you're in the settlement UI. Anybody want to help Diamond with ad-free viewing, or do I need to do something here? This is a demo. Perhaps the demo's an older version. It is just a single developer. And I know this game gets pretty large patches pretty frequently. Perhaps the demo's an older version. Thanks, Ryan. Cheers, man. Big round of beers for Rhinestone's generosity, helping Diamond Destruct out with some ad-free viewing. The way it should be. We have diamond and stone. You find diamonds and stone. I will say, just watching these people build stuff is super satisfying. How's that digging coming along? Slow. Very slow. Whoa. Okay, so either those autosaves need to take longer so I can read the thing, or they need to not be full screen. My vote is that they not be full screen. Although we haven't starved to death yet, and we seem to have a pretty consistent food supply, which is good, I would say. Going to get rid of that. Oh, come on. Let's just pause stuff for a second here. Reconstruct room. Delete that. Let's go up to agriculture and just say, make a bigger fruit farm. And what's the, let's just accept that. What's the fertility over here? 80%? This seems to be pretty high fertility. So you know what? I just figured out how to make land bridges. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm remove the water. I'm wondering if removing water removes fertility from land. Does anybody know? I'm going to remove water out to here and out to there. This is all just going to become Farming Island. Thanks for hanging out, Aqua. Hopefully we see you around. There will be a lot of streams today, so if you find yourself with time in the next 6 hours, I'll still be on. Keep in mind also, I do have the game currently set to few when it comes to enemy raids. Yeah, no, totally. I mean, I was kind of planning on digging canals over here. That is a really cool feature. Like, that feature alone already makes this game more interesting to me than something like RimWorld. Which I feel bad comparing a game like this to RimWorld, but it becomes immediately more interesting when you have features like this, you know? Let's just do 50-50 veggies and fruit. Whoopsies. Like, the inability to move creeks and reroute creeks always has, like, been a big annoyance for me in Rim. Also, I like that you can, like, select shapes, too. I want to expand. There we go. Done with that. Okay, then... agriculture. I think it was vegetables that I was going to do over here. But yeah, if there's something that I should be building, chat, to anybody who's played this, just let me know. Because, like, if there's something crucial that I'm missing, that's, like, obvious, I would like to know. So we'll have plenty of farms prepared for next year. We can also bring a road down to here. There we go. You can put down markers for auto-cutting trees down. Ooh, that's a neat tip. But yeah, no, that's neat to know that excavating water, I guess it's a weird way to put it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to need that too. I was going to do that over here, though. Or also, I'm assuming that ripping this stuff up will get me... well, actually, no, you know what we could do? You know what we could do? Could remove more water out to here. Put a cotton farm up here. Because they are currently digging up cotton, which I'm assuming... apologies for the assumptions. I'm assuming that that's going to give me cotton seeds, which I'll then put out there. It's like I still don't have my housing yet. They are working on it slowly, and they're also ever so slowly working on that. Although I think I need to hack down more trees. I have a feeling I'm out of wood. So let's just do that. That'll solve that problem. Yeah, that's definitely what I'm working on. Well, I mean, I've got the pottery building queued up down here, but they don't seem to be able to do it without metals. So currently I'm digging the big old tunnel, which seems to be very efficiently getting done. I don't know, maybe if a trader pops up or something else, I'll see if I can figure out how to trade, but I have no idea how trading works. Currently, it's just, you know, basic survival stuff, right? That seems to be the big problem right now, is just basic survival stuff. I think 2 speed seems to be the best speed. High speed seems a little fast. I'm kind of wishing I selected somewhere with more metals, but You know, it is what it is. What it is. Something I really like in a game like this, and something one of the few features I really like about Banished, which is a very popular game, is like the size of the fields. The fields get really big really quickly in that game, and I really like that. And I feel like a lot of games do kind of not a shitty job, but like a really bad job when it comes to like character scale versus the environment. You need buildings for traders and trade routes. All right. See, that's a useful thing to know. Assuming it's a textile that sews clothes from fabric. Okay, do I need to make a thing to make fabric, or do they make fabric there? Because I could totally make a textile tailor, but they need metal for that. Leather tailor doesn't. That sews clothes from pelts. Okay, how do I get pelts? Maybe I should just build a library. The more I look at this stuff, the more I'm going, yeah, I need to build a library. What are we getting from this? That's just cotton. How do I make cotton into fabric? That's my current question. But it doesn't matter because I can't make clothing without metals, so. God, the little naked people in the river is just funny. That's just bloody funny. There's a smithy, but that's not the... I mean, I know that there's weaponry. Or not weaponry. I know that there's a textiles workshop, but I'm asking people who've played the game. I'm not looking for maybes. I'm looking for answers. So if people have answers and want to be able to help, that's helpful. But just being like, maybe there's this thing isn't particularly helpful. It's like I'm seeing a bakery, a grain bakery, or rather grain brewery, a charcoaler, a metal smelter. There's a weaver. That's useful. Which also requires metal. So I still need metal. Which takes coal and ore and responds with metal. But, okay, so there's coal over there. But the nearest ore is like all the way the fuck back here. No, stop that. All the way the hell back here. Which they don't seem to be particularly interested in doing. So... Which is why I was kind of asking about the... Yeah, it's like, well, basically it's just I need metal. So, doesn't matter what it looks like I need. I need metal. But I'll put a cotton farm down here regardless. Get that done. Come on, guys. Thunk. It says, cotton is made into cloth at the weaver. Cloth is made into clothes at the textile. Yeah, no, leather and weaving are two different things, which is pretty clear in the game. But the textile weaver requires metal, and so does the weaver. Like, they all require metal. So in order to actually use them, I need metal. Maybe I'm just keeping them too busy, I don't know. Food seems pretty easy to automate, though. Maybe I'm, like, over-exaggerating, but... Yeah, no, definitely. Everything needs metal. But metal doesn't seem to be super plentiful. Also, they don't seem to really super duper require housing, although we finally managed to get this done, which is cool. I have a dormitory with 11 available beds, I think, out of 48 people. I think I'm just going to start up another dormitory right away, like right the fuck away. Well, there's the trade depot at the very least. I don't know what this requires. Looks like crates. I'm assuming I need to put things in there to trade. That needs pottery. Pottery needs metal. Like everything needs metal. We're definitely in like the Iron Age. That's at the very least the Iron Age. All right. Well, let's make another dormitory up here, because that seems important. Also, haulers look like they're going to be important. Fetches a certain resource and hauls it to location. Good for moving resources. Great distances. Haulers are free to construct, but must be placed on clear ground. Huh. Interesting. Gonna make another dormitory. How big is this one? I wish that you could just... There's a building copier tool, isn't there? Ha! Excellent. That's a cool tool. Me like. That me like. Yeah, no, I have a feeling it's... I mean, based on the UI that I've stumbled into blindly, it feels like... Is this the trade one? Yeah, trade. So storage, import capacity, sell, export capacity. That's like, I guess, our intakes. I don't have enough credits to buy this resource. I need to get money somehow. But I don't know. This UI seems kind of inscrutable currently, just glancing at it because I don't understand what anything means. I definitely have too much meat. Maybe I could sell my meat. I don't know. Let's just, I guess, maybe make a trade and delivery depot. I don't know how big these need to be. So let's maybe do that over here. Do these need walls? Doesn't look like it. Or maybe I should put 2 of these. I don't know if these need to be indoors or not. I'm guessing not. So let's just build that first, and then we'll figure out what we're gonna do with the other one once that's been constructed. Yep, which is not very helpful when building very far things away. But in regards to the resource gathering point, yeah, you're probably right. Builder outpost. Let's try builder outpost. What? That's an icon I haven't seen before. Okay. Also, torches seem kind of cool. Spreads light in your settlement. Ooh. I want to put torches everywhere. Watch something catch fire. Just burn the whole settlement down. But these require wood, so... Or, metal, too. So, literally never gonna get those done. Cancel that. So maybe that'll force those jobs to get done. Let's see. Seems like it. So now I guess they'll prioritize these jobs. Whoa! It shows the pathing. That's kind of cool. That's actually really cool. The fact that it shows pathing here. Let's work on this stuff down here. And start felling trees. All roads lead to Rome. How big is the demo? Also, I thought you were busy with Magic the Gathering, though. And your people need you. I guess they don't need you that much. This snow is not making this job easy. Then we'll finish building this up here. I'm working so hard. I do like that the farm fields look different. It's break time. Break time from work. Now I can go play fun games. Ugh. I also like that you can still, like, see the edge of the mountain. Like, it looks like they're digging into a mountain. I guess we can kind of just forget about what's going on over there. 18 of 24 beds available. New level unlocked. A new level has been bestowed upon your name. Click the throne for more info. Whoa, okay. I'm now a leader. Meaning, what? Oh, okay, so I've hit 50 population. So when you hit 100 population, you get a sheriff. You're an emperor when you hit 12,000. Whoa. Well, all right. Meaning, unlocks flat canteens and taverns. Flat houses, canteens, and taverns. Yeah, as I was saying earlier, this game is all about massive fucking scale. Like, I'm not joking when I'm saying that this game's about big scale. Big scale. We'll put our tavern over here. I mean, they're primarily like weird fat people things, not really dwarves, but I guess dwarves are weird fat people things. I would like to see this game with 12,000 population. I'd like to see that a lot, I'm not gonna lie. I think I might be playing more of this, chat. I think this one's a good one so far. I also like that buildings automatically build together into bigger buildings. That's also a good thing. Yeah, I too, I'd be curious to see how it runs at 12K. I have a weird feeling based on how it's running right now is that it'll run well. Because it doesn't look like it's simulating physics or anything. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's simulating physics or anything, meaning I have a feeling it'll probably run pretty well. A level up present? You should do that. It does a weird screen flicker thing when I tab out, but it doesn't like make it obvious to you guys, which is good. Kind of interesting the way population expands, though. Like, you just get migrants based on happiness. I'm wondering if they make babies. I haven't seen any of that yet. Well, the settlement must grow, so, fell all of those friggin' trees. What? Yeah, the pixel art, it does look nice. Ooh, also, the trade depots have little rocks around them, or little bricks around them. The trade depots look real nice. All right, so we have a go-away depot. Now we need a delivery depot. Blocked by another. All right, okay. Just wait for those to both go away. I love how everything has torches on it, though. That's like maybe one of my favorite things, is that everything just has torches. Oh, actually, hold on. Let's cancel those for a second. I'm gonna try something. That's what I was looking for. So that's a trade depot output, and that's a delivery depot. But yeah, no, also like this, the visuals of this game are like grabbing me because to me, this game just looks like a game that, it looks like a game that was made 30 years ago. Or not, maybe not 30, but it looks like a game that was made a while ago in a style that they don't make now, you know? Which is really nice to see. It's really nice to see that. I don't know. To me, it highlights what you can do with